Hello, it's John from DoubleSleeved here, and welcome to a very special sealed video. One of two, maybe three or four parts, who knows. As today I am posting the video for the deck building portion of the Arena Open sealed event. As you can see here, this is a unique event. They've never done this before for sealed. They've done it for standard, whereby basically you enter at a somewhat increased entry fee, and if you are successful in getting to 7 wins before you get 3 losses, then you are qualified for day 2. And then if you go through day 2, it is a best of 3 format. If you can get to 5, I think it is, wins, best of 3, then you get entry into the next standard tournament at Strixhaven. If you get 6 or 7 best of 3 wins in day 2, you bag yourself $2,000. So we're going to have one entry. That's it, just one entry. And I'm going to create the deck with you in the first video, because I want to spend a lot of time going through all the cards, what the possibilities are, and how we're going to build it. We are doing best of 1, even though there is a best of 3 strategy. There's a best of 3 format. We are doing best of 1 just because it gives us more games. It should be guaranteed more games. Obviously, if you lose 3, you're out like normal. But if you play best of 3, you can't lose any. So obviously you can lose one of the 3 in the best of 3, but you can't lose any sets of best of 3, any matches, and go through. So it would kind of be a bit rubbish to play 3 games, lose 2, and then that'd be pretty much it. So we're going to do it this way. Wish me luck. I look forward to seeing your comments about this video, and then there'll be a second video with me playing the games. Okay, just in case it doesn't, in case you're not bothered on one or the other. Here we go. What are we going to pull? Okay, so that's our reward. Let's see. Well, now if that isn't a strong color divide. Wow. Okay. So let's go through. We've got Elvish, and I'm gonna go in quite a lot of detail, just because I really want this to be a video where we are trying to maximize on the opportunity, and not just like that looks like a fun deck. So Elvish Warmaster is a 2/2 for 2. When 1 or more elves enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 elf token, but it can only trigger once each turn. And then a big mana sink of 7 mana. Elves get +2/+2 and Death Touch until the end of turn. Rally the ranks. Choose a creature type. Creatures of your chosen type get +1/+1. Very interesting. A snow sorcery. Distribute X +1/+1 counters among the number of creatures you control, where X is an amount of snow spent to cast this spell. So one thing to note, in draft, snow is an archetype that you can look to draft because you can prioritize snowlands. Obviously in this format, you have 6 packs and therefore 6 snow lands. There are other ways in green you can fix snow, and in some other colours, but mainly green. So we'll have to see. In Search of Greatness, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. If you don't, scry 1. So at its worst, it's a 2 mana scry 1 each turn. Kolvori, God of Kinship, and the Ringheart Crest. As long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, then it's a +4/+2, and has Vigilance, which is just not going to happen, unfortunately, in this format, I don't think. But you can pay 2 and tap and look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal a legendary creature from among them, put it into your hand. Or It's a ring. Choose a creature type. Add green. Spend this only to cast the creature type. And then Doomscar. Destroy all creatures with Foretell. So what we're hoping for now then is a strong elf synergy, because we've got this War Master, we've got this Rally the Ranks, and we've got this Kolvori. Now, I don't think elves are in white particularly, so... Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to go through each card, and if we believe that it is a card we would want to pursue looking at playing, we're going to put it down into the bottom. It might guide us into a colour, and then we'll see what sort of good cards we've got. So, interesting to see Snow Plains. Debatably the worst snow-coloured land. So we like Clarion Spirit. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. We know Rally the Ranks is sweet. We like Story Seeker. Okay, bit of live gain, which is interesting. That wouldn't necessarily guide me in. Like Goldmore Champion is pretty good. I don't mind Iron Verdict. Obviously Doomscar's good. So this Master Scald can be really strong if we've got some enchantments we want to get back, or artifacts potentially, but mainly enchantments. So I'll just whack one of those in. So we've got kind of some white, not great. In blue, I mean, obviously with the auras, Starnheim could be good. A null, not so much. Binding the Monster's kind of a last chance removal. The Hawk is only good with snow, really. Mistwalkers are good though. We'll put one of them in. Raven Form again, last chance removal. It's not something you want to do, but it's better than whatever big bomb they've got. Behold the Multiverse is amazing, and so are these Bergstriders. So, we've got a couple of blue cards, but blue seems pretty light. So Way Down is okay. It is obviously best in a creature deck where you are able to guarantee a creature, otherwise this just does nothing. And you don't want to, you know, unnecessarily sack your stuff. So another second spell when you cast your second spell. Interesting. We'll look at elves in a bit. You know, I'd probably say that I would play that as a decent card, being as it's 2 mana that becomes a 3/3 with Menace if you play another card with it. Unfortunately, the Priest is a great card if you're playing Snow. It's just very unlikely we're going to get there, but we'll see. With a Crown again, it's an okay removal, like it is alright, but you kind of it's quite situational. Draugr again needs some sort of snow representation. The pet could work well with this cast 2 spells thing. Obviously, Poison in the Cup and Feed the Serpent are great. Jarl's okay. We would play Jarl. We'd probably play Carfell, Kennel Master, but it's they're not big bombs in my opinion. So snow-covered mountain. So no snow-covered island, no snow-covered swamp. So the Tormentor's Helm is good. Frenzied Raider can be good if we've got a lot of boast. Immersturm Raider is okay. Vault Robber's not where really the sort of card you want to be looking at. Neither is Open the Omen Paths or Shackle of the Treachery. But to Scary Firewalker's good, and Squash is good. Especially actually having 2 Firewalkers could work with our boasty payoff down here. Now, importantly, We have got 2 snow-covered forests. So we've got our War Master, who is an elf warrior. Finn the Fangbearer would be an inclusion. Shapeshifters are everything, so could well go in. So is this shapeshifter. Path to the World Tree is a great card for fixing mana. It enters the battlefield turn 2 and you go and get a snow-covered whatever you need. Basic land. Pay 1 of each and 2. And you get yourself some significant effect. Sculpture of Winter could really help with sorting out some of our mana issues. Broken Wings is potentially main deckable. Horizon Seek is pretty good if you need to, again, go and get certain payoffs. Icetide Troll in snow is good. We'll leave him out for the time being. Elderleaf Mentor seems pretty sharp for what we're trying to do. So then we've got the black-green elf payoff land, which is a 5 mana tap, sack it. Up to 1 target a creature you don't control gets -2/-2, so you try and kill something with that for sure. Create 2 1/1 elf warrior creature tokens. Activate it only on your turn. We've also got the black-white, which is a great one. 3 mana tap and sack. So 4 mana, create a 4/4 angel warrior flying and vigilance. We've got the white-red, but it's unlikely that we go that direction. We have the green-white. We also have the green-white land. Sacrifice. Put up a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures. They gain vigilance and life until end of turn. And we have Bretagard Protector, who we would be looking to no doubt play. We also have a Shimmerdrift Veil and a Replicating Ring. Well, don't we have some choices to make? So I'm just going to throw out what my first thought is, and then we can kind of play around from there. This isn't going to be the quickest process in the world. However, I'm looking at this as a one of those opportunities to throw some stuff together and see where it lands. So just chucking a bunch of cards in. Elf, and then so what we're looking at here is potentially going elves. With only 4 elves, that's going to be a real challenge. But we do have 8 warriors with this combo. So choose a creature type. We could very much choose warrior, and then we would be looking at getting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's things like the Goldmore Champion, though, that we would potentially not be looking to play. There's a Troll Warrior. We'd have to really think about Jarl. Okay. So In terms of our land situation, I've put the snow-covered mountain in. You know, there may even be a potential to splash something in red, but I mean, looking at it, I don't think there's really anything we'd want to splash in red. You know, we need a giant. We've got a couple of shapeshifters, but that's not really gonna cut it. So we may not. I think it's more the fact that with the world tree, we can go and get it, and it pays for the red aspect of part of the world tree. We do have a replicating ring that would do that for us, but I don't think leaving it up to one is the smartest. So yeah, this is just a pile of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we would need to look at another 7 lands. If we go here, so we can see in this format, I guess the question is, what are we gaining out of this, the black element? We're gaining this Starnheim situation. Is it a land? Is it worth a tapped land just to create an angel eventually? The Shimmer Drift does help with fixing for sure. In order to get a Feed the Serpent and a Poison in the Cup. Now, Poison in the Cup can be played on 2 and then used. Feed the Serpent does have the added ability of being an exile, not a destroy, so it's something we need to be aware of. Things like Jarl of the Forsaken. It's another play on 2 combat flash situation if we had enough things at instant speed that we were holding open. Which, you know, there is a Feed the Serpent. Play that on to Feed the Serpent, a Poison the Cup, a Broken Wings. So it's not impossible we'd be able to do that. Sculptor can untap one of many lands. So a lot of value there. Master Vandal, yeah. Got a lot of time for it. You know, are we forcing a white splash even? Obviously we've got Rally the Ranks, which will work well in our deck if we're going to name warrior. It's going to hit a number of things, especially as Eldleaf Mentor makes a warrior, Maya makes a warrior, and Warmaster makes warriors. So that kind of feels like the right thing. We've got this kind of half, when you cast 2 spells, something happens. I think Clarion Spirit is strong enough. It's just whether or not our curve is designed to deal with 2 spells in a way that would really benefit. Because I'm kind of feeling like if we took out our white, we just left the Rally the Ranks and the Doomscar. What is Master Scald getting us? It's a warrior. It's a 4/4 warrior for 5. With Rally the Ranks, it's a 5/5. Gets an enchantment or artifact. So far we can get a part of the world tree back, but that would assume that we've used it by that point. Could get the replicating ring if it gets destroyed. and it could get the potentially get the ring heart crest if it gets destroyed. So the other option is, with the kind of cards we have, so we'd need another 7 lands, so I'd need to cut one more, for instance. So if I cut the Scald, this is the the first draft of what a deck could look like here. Okay, so if we go in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green sources. So we're green black, splashing white for Rally and Doomscar, and then the white splash is what, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't feel too bad. So let's just clip that so that we have an idea of what the first option was. The other option we have, is to go the Morit 3 seasons kind of heavy snow situation, even with Nafi. And so Nafi wants zombies in black and snow creatures. And if we look at bringing back in anything with a snowy zombie theme, we get the Bergs in, the Behold, the Mistwalkers, the Ravens, potentially run a Raven form, but we may not need to, probably more so for the artifact removal. And that gives us we would be looking at needing to copy a Bergstrider, most probably. Which isn't a problem. The 3 seasons gets us a couple of snow permanents, so we can get a couple of the snowlands that we potentially mill. Or if we look at, does this even show snow? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not a permanent. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17 snow permanents here. You know, it feels like we could definitely run Nafi in this combination. obviously we've taken that plains out. We would probably then be looking at do we run, I mean we're still going to be running some of these. We probably don't run Bretagard's Stronghold. We've got Path to the World Tree, so having a snow mountain isn't the worst thing in the world, but it does, it just becomes a colourless snowland basically. Just a little bit frustrating that we've not got anything in red that we would want to splash reasonably. So we don't play Rally. We don't play In Search of Greatness. Okay. If we were going down this route, I mean, I like what's going on. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We need 2 more lands, and they would probably need to be blue because we have no blue at all. We have 1 blue. So 4, 5, 6 blue, and then one, 2, 3 white. We don't even need the white, but we've got it in there anyway. If we just count Arctic Tree line as green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. Black, 4 black, 5 black, 6 black. Okay. So 5 colour snow. Is there anything snowy in any of the other colours that we'd want to play? There's nothing in white, and there's nothing in red that has a snow theme to it. Weathered Runestone doesn't really do a lot for us. And what are the cuts? What are the cuts here? So Struggle can be played onto. Behold played onto. Poison's played onto. From a removal perspective, the Priest can remove. We've got a bit of Death Touch going on. You know, how important is a 1/1 shapeshifter in this format? I think it is not important. We've got a Priest, a Poison, a Struggle, a Raven form, I think we have to get rid of Broken Wings, a Feed the Serpent. That's 5. That's 5 removal. It's a good amount of removal. Pilfering Hawks going to be helpful to us. How many elves do we run in this? Just 3. Which is the War Master. So he only triggers when the Masked Vandal comes in. On the Mistwalkers, to be fair. The Elder Leaf Mentor. And the Sculptor. And Morit. So there's a fair few hits on that. Still 4 cuts to make, guys. Blessing of the Frost. Four mana. Potentially put 4 counters on, draw 4. Potentially dead card. Like, we have 7 Snowlands, 8 if you include the Replicating Ring. What other card draw do we have? We've got a Looter. Eventually the World Tree. Debatably the 3 Seasons. The Behold is just fantastic card drawing. And Horizon Seeker, arguably. Are we running enough blue? Enough blue mana to run that. This is tough, guys. This is really tough. This is like a second, debatably a second deck that we could run. Ay. I just don't know. I'm wondering whether or not we even play Path of the World Tree, because it's messing our mana up. What else cares about snow permanents? Snow lands. Narfi? You get Narfi going. Yeah, we mill Narfi with 3 Seasons, turn 2, and we have 3 Snowlands out. It's tough for the opponent to deal with. I think snow's the way to go, isn't it? Isn't that the saying? Is it worth struggling? Are we unnecessarily struggling? Have we even got big enough creatures to care? I think we're just better off having the straight removal. Three cuts. This is tough. This is tough. Is Marie going to be too hard to cast? We can't copy. To be fair, Corvoli is a 2-drop. Yeah, we do have 3 legendary creatures. We do have 4 legendary creatures. Because this doesn't give us that information. So, I mean, Kolvori is, you know, what is the ring doing for us now? Still naming warrior. Still naming warrior, getting those, paying those for those for 1. Getting that for 1. Or we're naming wizard and we're playing our big guys a turn early. Horizon Seeker is just too important for us to get the lands we need for the World Tree, etc. I think we can run 1 less land. I think we run 1 less swamp. because we have the replicating ring. Poison the cup once we've foretold it is only 1 black. It's only Feed the Serpent that's going to be the real issue here. And we've got Starnheim, we've got 2 swamps, Shimmerdrift Vale, and Replicating Ring, and Horizon Seeker to go and get the swamps. So we need 2 more cuts. And don't look at me for what they will be. I think it might have to be Ravenfall. And that leaves us with 1 more cut on this little. Is it a Pilfering Hawk? Are they doing enough? Okay. So that's our second option. Is there another combination that we're missing? Because I love red-white aggro, but the only card is Axe Guard Armory. We've got no equipment other than the Tormentor's Helm. And our cards are medium to poor. So I don't see it. There's this cast 2 cards in a turn. I'm just going to get rid of all these. And we'll just rebuild which one of those 2 we like the most. If we were going to go down this route of casting 2 cards, right? Then we would, you know, go heavy creature deck. Enchantments and auras. Enchantments and artifacts. We just don't even have enchantments and artifacts. So as an example then, we have 5 clerics in this deck. Almost makes it worth playing the haunted edge just to get another cleric out. I just don't think there's anything in this, even just looking at this briefly. There's no. Yes, turns sort of 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 might look good, but like there's no card draw. There's no, like, the best we're going to get is a 1/1. That thing becomes a 3/3 and maybe then a 5/5, and we gain 6 life or something, you know. Oh, and this pet gets a bit bigger and only flies every other turn or something. So yeah, it's absolutely not going to happen. So, question is, which of the 2 are we playing? Are we playing the white, green, black, or are we playing the blue, green, black? When I look at like the card quality in the blue, green, black, I think it's slightly higher. And we in white, all we were looking to play in white were Rally the Ranks, Doomscar, and Maya. Whereas in blue, we're looking to get Behold the Multiverse, Mistwalker, Bergstriders, Narfi, Morit, 3 Seasons. Much stronger cards. We barely lose any elf synergies. You know what? We're going to go blue. And we're going to go black for this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Ooh. In fact, did we get Blessing of the Frost? We did. But not Struggle. Okay. We didn't end up playing that. No need. Mana is going to be the thing that's going to be the most tricky to decide. Is it even worth playing a mountain if we can make Shimmerdrift Vale red or Replicating Ring red? Because we're going to be playing the other 3 and we've got means of getting white. How important is it to have another Snowland? Completely off colour. It's a big decision, this one land. I think we get rid of it. There we go. I've spoken. Okay, so let's just see what we've got here. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've added in a swamp and we've taken out a mountain from what we talked about earlier. That's so what this is just a way of filtering your deck, just so that it's easier to see. So I'm just saving a copy of the deck, and then here we go. Arena, open, sealed deck. With a bit of Narfi on the front. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching the first video. 45 minutes of deck building. Let me know your thoughts. Did we make the right decision? Should we have gone with a different build? Was there something I missed altogether? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Join me for the next one. It'll be a separate video. Should be released pretty much the same time, but I wanted to make sure they were slightly separate. So join me then to watch us play, and who knows, 7 wins could happen. See you in the next one. Bye.